What's going on, gamers? Are we ready for an interesting video here? So we got DeeBatch going off again. And I don't know if you guys remember DeeBatch, but he was the one that tried to push the RTX 4070 and the PS5 Pro agenda. Meaning they thought that was going on. Him, Nib, and all those other people, they really thought the PS5 Pro was going to be on scale with the 4070 without understanding the difference in power, the amount of watts that would be um, required, the CPU that's needed to run that power, and the RAM, the motherboard, all that, right? They just couldn't let it go. They were pushing the RTX 4070 for much, and I kept on telling them, no, this is going to be closer to a 4060 Ti. You know what I mean? And that even then, it doesn't have the full watts because it's, a combined chipset, APU unit, to fully integrate onto a fully integrated motherboard, like on a desktop. And they just couldn't understand that concept. And that we've done plenty of comparisons. The Turk had to put him in their place too. And now he's back. So we're going to start off with how his reply is kind of swinging at a ball coming at him, baseball wise, and missing the whole damn thing. And then thinking that he hit the mark. Basically, what he's doing. I'm going to explain this. Are you ready? Like, I'm subscribed. Let's get into this. Ponies, sit down. We ain't got time for y'all right now. It says, LMO, this guy thinks Xbox gamers bought 1 million copies. It was PC and PlayStation gamers who mostly bought it. Why are Xbox gamers acting like this was made by an Xbox studio? I mean, if somebody thought that, then yeah, they are being delusional because it's pretty obvious that this is a French studio. You know what I mean? And Microsoft made a good move by saying, I got the eye to see it. This is going to be a good game, so let's put this on my service for my community. That would be a good move for your community. See what I mean? It's not. It's just a Game Pass day one. We know for sure it sold less on Xbox. Shaking my head. I mean, this is pretty obvious. You have a lower install base, but this is my thing. Is that it's kind of a douche move because this guy just says. I mean, just think about this. This guy just says 3 days of Xbox Game Pass cannibalizing your sales. This is what DeeBatch said. We're going to get to this in a second. He says, you are stupid if you think the sales are from Xbox. It's from PlayStation and Steam mostly. Now, what I find funny is just how much of a rude idiot he's being because he never said that. He said 3 days of Xbox Game Pass cannibalizing your sales. He never once said here that Xbox outsold PlayStation and that Xbox outsold PC. He's simply making it clear, just like a video that I made, that what happened to all these people saying that if a game goes to Game Pass, it cannibalizes sales. But he goes way off the deep end and says this guy thinks Xbox gamers bought 1 million copies. Where does he say that at? He didn't say that at all. No. He wants to push that so that he could fanboy for Sony because he couldn't help but do that when he saw that. He couldn't even see the truth. Like, it's right in front of your face right here. 3 days of Xbox Game Pass cannibalizing your sales. Meaning he's throwing shade at them saying, what happened to you mocking Game Pass? Right? That's why he even had 1K. Right? It didn't cannibalize sales. And I'm going to explain this in a second. Because DeeBatch goes on even more after this, which is actually pretty funny. Here comes King Thrash. You haven't even played it. Don't beat you cheat over something you had no part of just to give Game Pass grace. If it wasn't in Game Pass, it would have sold 2 million and you would have bought it. Oh my God, what an idiot, man. Yo, no. No, no. The point of Game Pass is because the Xbox community has a low install base and that they're not going to buy those games. So it would make the Xbox community look bad if they reported those sales and not numbers and it showed that it was looking weak. So in order to avoid that, you can report high player numbers and by reporting high player numbers, it exposes that game to a bigger community of people. Of course, they didn't buy it, but they still have a chance of probably wanting to buy the game, getting it on sale, or supporting DLCs or microtransactions. Because you notice Game Pass games will have something like that. unless they just gave them a paycheck and the game was that good, like this game, which is actually that good. So yeah, DeeBatch, it blows my mind that you guys had the audacity to come and be rude to this guy, come in and call him stupid, but all he said was that it's not cannibalizing yourselves. Because people who wake up in a PC world, right? The people who wake up in a PlayStation world and Nintendo world, I've told people this. All of them have over 100 plus million install bases. You can get close to 400 million install base between PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Between PC, Nintendo, and PlayStation, without including Xbox, and they have an insane chunk of the gaming community, pretty much all of it, like 90+%. So all those people wake up every day, look at a store, and they look for something for sale. You do have PlayStation Extra, which isn't too bad, but it's not the main attraction point. That's not why people are buying a PlayStation console. They're not buying a Nintendo console for that either. Only now in gaming history will you see probably somebody buy an Xbox, specifically possibly for Game Pass. That's it. And that's a very like small community. It's not even 10% of the gaming community, right? Or if you want to give them that, you could possibly give them that piece of percentage. But the 90+% or 90% more are waking up on the Nintendo world and the PlayStation world and the PC world, and they're gonna buy a game. And they're attached to their profiles. They've been carrying over their profiles, definitely on PC the longest because it's always been digital. So when a game comes on Steam, right? You see right here, 120,000 people today are playing Expedition. That means that it sold even more. It's up more than 1 million on Steam. And Game Pass is on PC. It sold more on PC than it did on PlayStation. Pony, what do you have to say about that? Here, do this to help yourself out. Hug it, even if you have to as well. Because this right here is further proving the point that it's all about that profile carryover. It's all about people that want to stay on that profile. It's like people want to stay on Fortnite, and that you're not removing them from that profile. You can put Game Pass in front of them and make it cheaper as it's been on PC, and PC will still play the way that it plays. You see what I mean? People are still going to pay on that Steam profile. They're going to be on GOG because they don't want DRM logouts. They got Epic Games for certain things too. They're not moving. You got to go to them, like Phil said, remember? Or Satya said. You got to go to them because they're not moving. So Game Pass is not going to affect Nintendo. Game Pass is not going to affect PlayStation. Game Pass is not going to affect PC. Even though it's on PC, it's only going to affect Xbox. It can only work in a sense if you said Game Pass would cannibalize sales if it was only related to the Xbox only aspect. Then yes, of course it will, because they're going to the Netflix service. Who's going to go buy the Blu-ray if it's right there? You know what I mean? Like for the Game Pass world. Obviously, it's still not the same because the majority of the gaming industry still relies off of what I told you, whereas the majority of the watching industry, TV series, which you can just get rid of real quick because you watched it, it is relying off a different aspect. You see what I mean? Gaming is a more of a personal investment. You see? So there's a comparison there, but to an extent. Whereas Netflix is winning everything, Xbox is not. Nintendo's winning and PlayStation is winning, and the majority of people get up and they still want to buy a game, unlike a Blu-ray. You see? So Game Pass is obviously one of the most amazing things ever to come into gaming, but it's just understanding the way this market works. So you ponies, sit down. Now let's go over to this. All you morons who argued with me yesterday, I told you Game Pass has nothing to do with this game's success. What? It helps expand the game to the Xbox ecosystem and to the Game Pass ecosystem, even if people are on PC or they're only in the Xbox ecosystem. So you have the sales plus the paycheck plus the expansion. That's an ultimate victory. You took a paycheck from Microsoft to give you sales that PlayStation would probably do. And you got it instantly. You didn't have to wait on it. You didn't ship any physical copies or any of that. And you got expanded to their communities. Now everybody knows their game. This is their first game ever. Expansion is very important. They got the connections now. They got the trust. Then you get the sales from PlayStation. You get the sales from Xbox. You get the check from Game Pass. And then here comes the Nintendo Switch 2 version down the line. Japan's going to want to support this too. So everything is taken care of. It's not like it's a first-party Microsoft game. No, they just decided to grab and have the vision to see a really good game and have it on their service. So DeeBatch is a moron for not realizing a simple construct. He never once said that. And you're a moron for attacking him. And these are all ponies. You see what I mean? And they have their little pony cult. This is a cult. 179 cultists, 177 cultists that follow these people. But you could have had 177,000, and it's still delusional. The truth don't change because 1 million idiots dislike it and only 100 agree. The people that 100 agree with the truth, they're right. That's how it works. Popular opinion does not make it more true at all. It just means more delusion. So, you see that, right? This is why Xbox went third party. The gamers are on PlayStation. I mean, everybody's gamers. It's just that the Xbox gamers are not buying games. They're on GamePass. PlayStation gamers are going to support other people's games because that's what you are good at doing. Nintendo gamers will buy and support the Nintendo products if they're first party strong, and because they're good enough to do that. PC gamers support stuff too. I mean, gamers are everywhere. The gamers are on PlayStation. Like, this type of stuff to me. What about the people that? What about Astrobot? Only 1.5 million of y'all bought that. Are they not considered gamers? Or maybe, you know. Yeah, sit down, Pony. So yeah, this guy thinks Xbox gamers buy women copies. Unbelievable, y'all. Let's move on. Um, Claire Obscure hitting 120K, like I told people, just shows you that if a game is that good, people will start supporting it. Right? All right, we're gonna end it with this idiot right here. Astro came and told him what's good about it. This is another guy who's kind of like in that pony world, though he's a little bit more slow than them. It says Xbox Indiana Jones is the fastest selling on PlayStation 5, despite releasing months later, according to data. He says that's wild because this game is garbage. I beat Indiana Jones too. You're talking to somebody who's been in the gaming industry for 33 years, damn near, beating 2,000 plus video games, more than that now. And we know what garbage is. When I tell you that I will put it in the same ballpark, damn near as Uncharted, it deserves that. Is it as good as good? No, but it's not too far behind it. Like, it's that good. Why is it the fastest selling game on PlayStation? Why did it still get Game of the Year awards? It was almost close to 90 Metacritic. This game was good. Like, you know what I mean? This is what I like to call I want to hate on the game because it's coming from Xbox. But if it was coming from PlayStation, he wouldn't have that same type of tone. So it says a lot about him more than does about anything else. The Vatican, the recycle missions, find a kid, get medicine, fetch frequencies to performance, the inability to climb holding a weapon, first person perspective, and the pacing. What? Is this dude really trying to say that that's why this. Bro, I could go to plenty of PlayStation games, first party games, and tell you how they're the same thing over and over again. The same little sprint up, get in cover, have the little side character, tell you everything in case if you can't figure out a puzzle. Same accessibility, same third person, same cinematic zoom in. It's the same thing over and over again. Is it good? Yes, but you can see the underlining formula that is manifesting that coded surface over and over again. These Sony games. Horizon, same thing. Sugar-coated, looks cinematically impressive, but these formulas don't last very long. And once you're done with the movie, you've seen it already. We know this is based off a movie, but this game is good. This guy's just a hater. He can't get Sony's balls out of his mouth. And like I said, because it's coming from Xbox, it has to be garbage. Like, this is what I call like just blatantly hating. You got to know the difference between garbage and I'm just not interested in the game. And if you have professional behavior and integrity, because you're not interested in something, you will still be able to see that it's actually good. Like, I hate RTS games, but I know stuff like Shogun, Age of Empires. Like, if the game is good, I can see that it's good and I give the respect as a gamer. I don't hate on it because I'm a fanboy. You see what I'm saying here? This guy is a pony. I've seen him come on my threads as well, too. South of Midnight Wrapped. It's refreshingly original, confident game. Yeah, he's gonna of course say something positive about that. The Big Expedition 33 and Final Fantasy controversy. Uh, Boyfriend Friend, Phase 2 combo. Like, if you go down his channel, you're gonna see a bunch of Sony stuff. By the way, it's pretty much a pony. So, by the way, he's playing this on the PS5 Pro. You kind of catch my drift here. He's praising this, and Sony is it's sold the most on PlayStation. Is mine, though it sold the most on PC, by the way. Yeah, we see a lot of Expedition 33 here, don't we? Game Pass launched 2017. Y'all didn't start preaching value until 2021 after you gave up paying for games and needed something to feel superior about. Now the exclusives you bragged about are heading to PlayStation, and you're still clinging to a rental library like it's a belief system. Could it be me? Might want to worry about your canceled Rainbow line, bro. You might want to worry about Marathon. You might want to worry about Fair Game. I'm just saying, man. If I were you, I'd be worried about Bungie. I'd be worried, big time. Microsoft is fine to have a lot of money, but you, Pony, sit down. Look in your corner, man. Just do it. Support your own games. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day. Let me know what y'all think about this. Is this anything new? But still, the topic of the day right here is thinking he said it sold more on Xbox. When really he just wanted to project his pony fantasy. Peace out, y'all. Stay cool. Don't be losers like these people.